staying the distance.
The Melbourne Cup, the most important 2-mile handicap in the world for horses that can pass the VRC's strict veterinary protocols. The favourite was Buckaroo from Onesmoothoperator and a drifting Vauban.
2 years. First victory in the great race. The 164th running of the Lexus Melbourne Cup, and the field is ready to go, and they're racing. Trust in You towards the inside, broke away well with Okita Soushi, Just Fine, Sharp and Smart, and from the deep also Land Legend is showing some speed and intent. They come across towards the inside, very wide is Circle of Fire, using plenty of the track in the early stages. 600 metres to go on the first round. Just Fine is sliding across to lead the Cup field from Land Legend, mostly cloudy, Okita Soushi next on the inside. Circle of Fire progresses around them deeper, and then Fancy Man, Sharp and Smart and Zardozi tucked away on the rails. Out deeper is Valiant King around Interpretation. Then came Manzois the Fence from Kovalika, Trust in You, Knight's Choice, Vauban 3 wide, the map around at 4 deep. Warp Speed next the fence, and then came Onesmoothoperator, St George Positivity, Buckaroo, second last Absurd, and Sea King from Barrier 1 has gone back to last. A lap to go with 2,300 metres to run, and the leader is Just Fine with Circle of Fire the outside, putting a little bit more speed in the race at the 2,200 metres, and now perches outside the leader. Land Legend a length and a half away third, and they get clear. 3 lengths Okita Soushi and Mostly Cloudy. They're 2.5 to Fancy Man, Zardozi, 2 lengths Sharp and Smart. A length away is Manzois, followed by Interpretation. Then Trust in You on the inside of Valiant King as they make their way past the 1,700 metres. 2 further back in the field is Kovalika, Warp Speed, and then came the map out 3 wide, tracked by Vauban. Then Knight's Choice Positivity, a length and a quarter away. Then in the field is Onesmoothoperator as they run by the 1,550. Well back is Absurd on the inside of St George, and then Buckaroo, and Sea King is last in the Lexus Melbourne Cup. 1,400 metres to run. Just Fine in front at an even speed by a length and a quarter. Land Legend and Circle of Fire. Okita Soushi next on the inside of Mostly Cloudy. A length and a half Zardozi with Every Hope on the inside of Fancy Man. A length away to Manzois, Sharp and Smart. Then Trust in You. Further back at the 1,200 metres, Interpretation. 2 lengths to Warp Speed. Then came Valiant King, who's losing a little bit of ground, passed by the map. Then Kovalika Positivity. Vauban is being shuffled back as this field string right out now at the 950. The leaders have put the foot down towards the back. Absurd, Onesmoothoperator is about 20 off the lead. Then came Buckaroo about to get going from St George and Sea King. Just Fine is the leader, coming down towards the 700 metres by a length and a half to Land Legend. 2 lengths away, Circle of Fire, Okita Soushi. Zardozi next on the inside, waited with Fancy Man under pressure. Then came Mostly Cloudy, Manzois. Buckaroo sweeping up around the outside, about 6 off the lead, followed by Vauban. Land Legend goes to the front with Okita Soushi on the outside. Then Zardozi, back behind those Circle of Fire, Fancy Man, and from a long way back Buckaroo. It's Okita Soushi. Zardozi a length away on the inside, wearing it down. Okita Soushi grabbed by Zardozi. Knight's Choice is coming through at any old price, and Warp Speed as well. Zardozi grabbed by Knight's Choice, and Warp Speed coming at it. Knight's Choice, Warp Speed, they hit the line. It's a photo finish. Knight's Choice, I reckon's won from Warp Speed in a photo. What a magnificent finish to the Cup. Zardozi in a photo for third with Okita Soushi. Absurd. Then Circle of Fire next to finish in the race. Land Legend, Fancy Man, Sharp.
What the hell just happened? Knight's Choice gets the 2 miles, seeing off a game Warp Speed. He was a different horse on firm ground. A great ride by Robbie Dolan on the winner. He took the short route, unlike many of the favourites Buckaroo, Onesmoothoperator and Vauban. We can go back 5 years to 2019 to see an Australian bred horse win the Melbourne Cup. A real underdog story. Knight's Choice, he was unlucky in the Bendigo Cup, and 2 of his other lead-up races were on rain-affected ground, giving the impression he wasn't going too well. Poor old Buckaroo put in a good run, but it's hard to run around 22 horses. Other good runs, certainly Absurd. He ran into a few dead ends. Circle of Fire put in a resilient run, and Fancy Man hit the line well. Vauban once again just didn't adapt. Such a packed, tight finish, you have to wonder how Athabaskan and Jan Bruegel would have went. But the VRC continues on their path down woke road with strict veterinary protocols. Some strange camera angles in the coverage. If you were on one of the back markers, you never actually saw from the usual horizontal shot. Channel 9's first coverage of the Melbourne Cup. As per usual, the Melbourne Cup provided exotic punters with some life-changing dividends. The trifecta, 30,000, and first four, $1,054,000. Anyway, if you're still listening now, tune in for a preview of the Japan Cup, which is possibly going to include August Rodent, Goliath, and Fantastic Moon. Check the odds, pick a winner.
Sheila, come and ask if we could be at Macedon Lodge. We've got to thank Mark Player, and I haven't met the owner, but Bruce Dixon for letting us stay there. Everyone knows the success going back 20 odd years that we had from there. Blue Diamonds, 1,000 Guineas, Caulfield Melbourne Cups. We just love the place out there and we know how to use it.
You put your faith in Robbie Dolan, who's been part of the lead up through both the Queensland Winter and the most recent runs down here. You're always prepared to stick fat with him and put your faith in him, even though that's just his third ride at Flemington?
Absolutely. Look, they all ride a bad race. It wasn't his fault at Bendigo the other day. I thought he was a good thing beat at Bendigo the other day when he ran fifth, and everyone was tipping the winner, and I thought, well, if he's the winner, we can beat him. So, it's all history now. We've won the Melbourne Cup.
As individuals, you've had incredible training careers and you've had some special times both on these bricks and in this city, but to comprehend what you've just been able to execute, how do you reflect on that in the immediacy?
Well, we've had probably a pretty tough 15 years, but to come back and what's the old saying, when the tough keep going, and to be able to come back probably at our age, and you know, we've got a team of 28 horses. I bought that horse at the Magic Millions for 85,000, and we've just upstaged a world full of money.
Will commence again if you try to take our firearms.